the return late night on the Isle of Doom. It's been a long time. I'm just gonna check my audio real quick on the streaming services. Make sure everything's good to go before we get started. Why did I mute it? I put it on mute on Stream Manager. It's funny how they do that. Alright, I'm gonna check our other source that we are streaming here currently to the red app and the purple app, as they say. Can't call out names because they'll get mad at you for letting you know that you're on one or the other. It's really quite foolish. Alright. Check our other source that we are streaming. Looks like we are live and direct from both of the places. Hot damn. Oh, why did I close out? I should have just left them both open so I could easily check on one or the other. I think I would be a little smarter at this, but it's been a while. Actually, it hasn't been a while since I've been doing this thing. I've just kind of switched around and switched it up and done different things here and there, but felt the need to... Well, I didn't really feel the need. I kind of was missing streaming as Doom. Yeah, you know, I was going pretty good with it there for a while, doing the regular stuff with Denise, doing the Fortnite streaming, and just having a good time. And then, you know, it's just something I started once I found myself back here on the Isle of Doom, rebuilding after the great catastrophe of world events. But, you know, before I get ahead of myself, let's go ahead and thank tonight's sponsor, Interdimensional VPN. We're going to do an ad read for them in a little bit, but just a little short elevator pitch. If you're worried about your, you know, internet encryption being sacrificed or not as secure as it possibly could, you have to make sure you get Interdimensional VPN. It doesn't just protect you here in this dimension that you find yourself in, but across all the multiverses of many dimensions of people that are trying to data mine you and sell your information. So, thank you tonight to Interdimensional VPN for being our sponsor. Y'all are the best. I'm already getting thirsty. I'm off the booze. It's just lemonade in here, buddy. That's right. I've been sober and off the sauce for a few months now, and I haven't touched any of the cannabis in any forms in about 9 months now, and so yeah, you may have wondered, where have I been? Why have I not been on here doing this? And the reality is I've just been grinding and burning the candle at both ends, and that may sound out of touch for a retired supervillain, but the reality is that times are very hard right now, and you know, after returning to the Isle of Doom and finding a remaining property that wasn't destroyed in all the experimental weaponry development, found a home with good bones and a nice little chunk of property near the beach to rebuild. But you know, after all of the supervillain activities, didn't have quite the savings that I thought, and you know, you need something to keep you occupied also. And so I got to thinking, what did I really like, you know, outside of being a supervillain that went along with the gig that I could translate into something in current day and time. And I always liked the packaging and marketing and promotion and stuff I had to do to sell my great big ideas. And I also liked the propaganda aspect of being a supervillain and trying to take over the world. And so I figured, what's something adjacent with that I could do in modern time? And so I went back to work for a print company in hopes that I would be able to get into doing the graphic design and packaging and marketing and promotion type stuff. And yeah, I had a lot of experience in my youth printing T-shirts and doing a lot of the labor type stuff. Getting your supervillain business off of the ground. Um, way to generate income easily back then is to start a merch line. Nowadays it's like the merch line is the supervillain fucking hustle or side hustle. Everybody's trying to be a fashion superstar or whatever. But that wasn't me. That was just a means to an end for me. My true passion was taking over the world, ruling it. You know, if not that, burn it all to the ground, destroy it. Came pretty close to that. That's why I find myself back here, rethinking my whole strategy, my whole plan. Got this kind of chill island vibe, got the cabana kicking, but at the end of the day, uh, you know, I still need a little something to get by. So that's where I've been, burning the candle, hustling, grinding, thinking I was going to work my way into some type of different position, different skill set, and um, yeah, I didn't really find myself getting there. It's not to say that it couldn't happen, but I think I'm like 3.5 years in, maybe at this point, and haven't really haven't really moved one way or the other. Just kind of been stuck in the same position, spinning my wheels, and yeah, I don't know. So I haven't been here, I haven't been doing this because just haven't had a lot of time, you know, not a lot of free time, and yeah, I'm gonna try and change that though. I've decided that I should take the time to pursue things, and I had fun doing this. Doing the streaming, the supervillain streaming, and I had grand plans for it, and ultimately, you only have so much time to do so many things, and I've been putting in a lot of hours and overtime at this shop, and uh, I think I need to start investing more of my time into my own creative pursuits and seeing how that pays out. And so here I am, the return of Doom, coming back. I spend a lot of nights kind of tossing and turning and thinking it'd be much better for my mental health and my body and everything if I was asleep now, but it doesn't happen. So I find myself like this, thinking maybe I should get up, maybe I should just fire up the laptop and stream. And honestly, I've got it down now where I can do it pretty easily, mobily, without having to set all this stuff up. But I want to get more involved. I want to get more, like, I want to trick it out, so to speak. You know what I mean? Do more with the overlays. I got a theme song. I've been thinking about doing a late night show, like a supervillain, like a late night supervillain show. I mean, I know there's been similar stuff done like that on like Adult Swim or whatever, but you know, I'm a real supervillain out here, and I've just been having this idea of like, you know, doing a bunch of different things. And actually, in one of my other streams recently, there was a dude that I was talking to on my chat that was saying, and I was saying to him like my strategy was just throw a bunch of shit at the wall and see what sticks. And he said, yeah, we call that the spaghetti method, and the Netherlands or wherever he was at. And that's what I was thinking in my mind. That's what I thought of it was. I thought of it was that, and that's exactly. I know I'd heard that somewhere before, but he said they legit call it the spaghetti method, and so I was kind of trying to do that, just try a bunch of different things and see what sticks. But um, I got a few ideas I kind of want to go down the route of, and I hate to admit it, but I had AI make me a little theme song. Not quite sure that I'm there with it, but it's a pretty good one to start. You want to hear it? Here it go. It's time for doom. After dark. After dark. FNDOOOM's gonna light that spark. Light that spark. Light that spark. Turn it up. Turn it loud. Let's hold it up now. Come on, everybody, get down with the crowd. Get down, down. I'm telling you now, the night's just begun. Just begun. FNDOOOM's got the groove. He's second to none. Second to none. That bass line's pumping, the horns are tight. Alright, that was just a little sample. I want to give it all away. There's a whole ass song. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it'd be fun to do some different things here. Switch it up, mix it up. See if we got anybody in the chats here. Doesn't look like it. That's the problem with doing this multi thing is it's hard to see. Can't keep track of it. I'm hoping to bring in some. Let's see here. The viewers is probably me. I don't like watching this from the stream manager. I think I've said that before. But yeah, I'm hoping to bring in some friends, maybe grow a crew of people that want to make things, create things, do some fun projects. An error occurred. Uh-oh. Hopefully we didn't get knocked off there. Guess I should stop looking at this. Sorry if anybody's chatting there. Doesn't seem to be anybody there. Yeah, that was my my short reintroduction to coming back here to streams. This camera thing is throwing me off. Yeah, that's it. Supervillain went back to the 9 to 5 grind. Grinding too much. Tried doing some different things. Tried switching it up. And I don't know. I've been going to supervillain therapy, talking to a therapist. It's super awkward. It's my therapist told me to start a journal, and I was like, I don't have time to start a journal. Like, I work all day. I get out of the shop. I come home. I shower. I get dinner. I eat. And then I just go to bed. Like I said, I just go to bed, toss and turn. So I could probably write in a journal. I realize as I'm saying that, but it's just not happening. My brain is cooked at that point. There's no writing in a journal at that point. And also, if I have the energy to do something like write in a journal at the end of the day like that, that's not exactly what I want to do. I'd rather work on some experiments or do something creative or whatever, with graphic design and designing stuff and making propaganda to, you know, sow civil unrest in our ever shifting society of shit. But that's neither here nor there. Point being, I figured, hey, I'll I'll do like another stream, right? Because writing in a journal is basically getting your thoughts out, getting writing it down, just letting everything out, private thoughts. And well, I started a whole nother stream that I thought was going to be that. And I just kind of, it's just my place to go vent, do the spaghetti method of throwing everything at the wall and trying to, trying to figure something out, see if there's anything that starts to click or pop. And, I see like all these streams that are all just kind of the same thing. And, the whole idea with doing this supervillain thing was like, there's nobody that's a streaming supervillain that I saw. And everybody that I saw was kind of doing the same thing. They're either sitting there playing video games or they're just like talking over showing videos of, and there's like a whole lot of political stuff, which I don't really understand the popularity of that stuff, especially given the age demographics of the streaming world. It seems a bit odd to me, but that's what I see. And then a lot of it is just the same thing of like someone in their room, whether it be their bedroom or their living room, and it's got this carefully curated background with like the same old RGB lighting and just kind of the narrow depth of field and just kind of same feel. Everything just kind of seemed very similar, and so I thought if I did something that was different, I'm in a cabana and I've seen stuff like that. There's the whole pools, hot tubs, and beaches stuff, but usually that category is flooded with like some girl in a hot tub in her apartment, which probably isn't even a hot tub. It's like cold water. Um, I don't know. And it's not the kind of hot tub, pools, and beaches I'm trying to be. Let's just say that much. I'm trying to have a whole different vibe. And, I did some of that. I would usually sit in my hot tub, crack a beer, have a mixed drink, shoot the shit, and it didn't seem to really gain a lot of traction. But I like the idea of doing a supervillain late night show. You know what I mean? Doom After Dark. That was the name of it. That is the name of it. And also I thought about doing, I guess like the whole political streamer thing where I just comment on the stuff, or just doing weird fucked up news or crazy like scientific news and about like the new stuff that I've been watching on YouTube lately is about the James Webb space telescope thing that's out there. Oh shit. Excuse me. Sorry about that. It's getting late. I gotta work in the morning too, but I don't know. So much of my time is just spent working, doing chores, doing this, doing that. Seems like the only way to reclaim some of my life and do some of the things I want to do is just to cut out more sleep and take 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 back my life. No matter how crazy it makes me go or how quickly it sends me into the madness or whatever. At least for however long it lasts, I'll get to scratch back a little bit of my life for me, for the things I want to do. Which right now it's here, talking into a fucking webcam about supervillain shit and creating a fucking streaming thing. And I don't know, there's people that make good money doing this. Why not me? It's kind of my whole philosophy, because I see people that just, I don't know, I don't even know what they do. I follow some of these ding dongs. I see them and I'm just like, how are you even a relevant individual? How do you have as many followers as you do? And you just sit there and watch YouTube videos and yap about the dumbest stuff that I don't understand, that why anybody would care about that crap. Getting into streamer and content creator drama, talking crap, and I don't know. It's all very silly and trivial. Seems like there's a lot more potential with this medium, if you know what I mean. Whether it be humor or information, right? And people that are doing political stuff, they just kind of watch videos and then rant. And it seems like a whole lot of people that are just talking loud and saying nothing, which is rather ironic, because it's essentially what all of politics seems to be anyway. A bunch of people talking loud and saying nothing. But, I guess we should do our ad read. That's right, interdimensional VPN, the one and only interdimensional VPN. When you need to keep your computer secure, encrypted through all the multiverses throughout there that exist, the only name you can trust is interdimensional VPN. You may have another VPN here in this realm, in this world, keeping your stuff encrypted and safe and away from people that are going to data mine you, hack you, steal your information, sell it to other people, use it to blackmail you, take whatever, drain your Bitcoin account, whatever. You need the one and only VPN that's going to protect you from this dimension, from that dimension. There's a multitude of dimensions that you may not even know about, that we're just discovering. That's right. The James Webb Space Telescope is out there learning all new things about the universe. And multi-dimensional VPN is hooked up to all these satellites that are going out into the universe, out into the ethers beyond what you could even comprehend. So that's right. If you don't want your information getting hacked and sold to some other dimension where who knows what they're going to do with it over there, they might be using all your info to clone another copy of you to send it back here to replace you, so that they can start to take over the planet through interdimensional repopulation and takeover, which I'm pretty sure has already happened a couple times over. I mean, there's the theories of the reptilian shape-shifting people, but everybody knows, well, not everybody, people that know things know that the reptilian shapeshifters were wiped out a while ago. Well, the ones that got left behind here were wiped out for the most part. Turns out they're rather easy to find and exterminate, which that sounds awful, but trust me, it needed to be done, because otherwise they would have completely taken over this planet and enslaved the human race. So, don't feel so bad for them. Where was I? I got off on a tangent. Oh yeah, interdimensional VPN. Keep yourself safe so that you don't get cloned and then replaced by another entity from another dimension trying to come here and steal your life, because let's face it, these other dimensions, they've screwed things up way worse than we have here. Their technology evolved faster without their morality evolving faster, which led to the inevitable chaos points that we're kind of experiencing here, just a little bit slower. So one of the things that's been discovered through this new satellite that's going out, the James Webb Telescope satellite thing, is that the Big Bang Theory is not exactly what they had thought. And there's other universes out there that developed at a much faster rate, and they created universes and systems by instantly using 100% of their gaseous material to create certain entities and whatnot. It's a lot for me to get into right now, and I don't even fully understand it. All I know is that we're learning things about the universe that are completely reshaping the way that we think everything is and was and how it was. And so certain universes were created at a speed and a rate that we didn't think was actually possible based off of our projected theories and understanding of the universe. Also, they found the edge of the universe, apparently, and the edge of the universe suggests that the universe is not shaped in a symmetrical type way like they had originally thought. It's kind of like oblong and misshapen, and that time actually behaves differently out in the farthest expanse of the universe. So there's that. Oh, back to where I was going with that point being interdimensional beings. They've evolved technologically at a rate faster than their morality. Much like here. Like people think everything's pretty janky and messed up here. With distribution of wealth and the overabundance of nuclear weapons that could completely scorch the earth 1,000 times over, which 100% yes does not make sense. There's no possible reason that we would want to completely nuke every square inch of the earth 1,000 times over, yet we've got the firepower to do it. I don't know. Explain that to me. Couldn't, you know. Yet here we are. Wars are still being fought. Genocides are still being carried out. Governments are getting overthrown, infiltrated, corrupted. The United States currently has a commander in chief that is very evidently a prolific sexual offender, sexual assaulter, convicted felon, probably a pedophile. It looks like. I mean, not really a big surprise there, you know? Like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's a whole lot of smoke there, just by his own admission and own words. So, yeah, we may seem like a rapidly evolving, completely morally corrupt and devoid population of beings, but trust me, there's worse out there. So, on that note, Interdimensional VPN, protect yourself. Thank you to today's sponsor. They're what helping us get the show off the ground. If you've got any other sponsors, ideas, anything to contribute, we're open to ideas here at Doom Enterprises. I may have a Discord. I don't know. It's a thing. Apparently, I'm supposed to do things with that. There's social media. There's whatever platform you happen to be discovering this. If you are, in fact, discovering this in a later date in a VOD scenario, please follow and turn on your notifications because we don't have a set schedule right now. We're working on it. Something we're working towards. We would like to get to. Doom After Dark is my big hope to do a late night supervillain talk show. What night that'll be, I don't know. Probably just start with one night a week if I'm lucky, and then we'll see if we can move it up from there. Maybe some more gaming, Mario Karts, Fortnite. Would like to do some bowling or something, maybe. Set up kind of like a tiki bowling area here in the backyard has always been my idea. So we'll see. Little by little, we'll get there. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this here on that note. Just wanted to, always wanted to come back and do this. I've been missing this particular streaming venue pursuit. But I've been, I continue to be in a weird place. Not going to lie. I don't really know if that's going to change, when that's going to change, how that's going to change. I just figured I don't want to, like, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words right now. Yeah, that's it. welcome the descent into madness if I wasn't already there before. Sometimes it feels like there is no escape. You just gotta keep clawing. And that's what I'm doing now. It's probably 2:30 in the morning. And I'm clawing my way to hopefully a life of creative freedom where I can just do fun stuff like this and beyond. And I don't know, make stuff with my friends. That's what I want to do. I want to create. I want to make things. I want to get paid for my creativity and my artistic abilities. So, follow along. See if it happens. Good night, y'all. I missed you. Each and every one of you. All 35 of my followers on the Purple app, and I don't know how many on the other, but yeah, it's been fun. I missed it.